What's going on, guys? Your boy Vico is here again. We want to make this video, this training video, to actually show you how we actually get our seller lead with our real estate snapshot, our real estate campaign, our ad strategy, Facebook, everything we're gonna go over today. But before we even get started, I just want to let you guys know we have a Facebook group. Make sure you check the link in the description. Every detail about the snapshot, the ad strategy, everything is in there. Let's connect on Facebook, LinkedIn. Everything is in the description, so make sure you check that out and join our Facebook group. So just give you a brief summary what this video is about. I've been getting a lot of requests about people are telling me, Vico, you run a real estate campaign in Australia before, how to actually do it in Australia. I do have a separate video about that. But this video, we're just gonna go through the snapshot in general, the ad strategy in general, so it's not really country specific, okay? So let's just do a bit of housekeeping here, right? So the snapshot consists of 140 funnel template that you can grasp upon. I'm gonna show you all of the funnel in a second, but this is just housekeeping. And the snapshot is very, very compact, just so you know. That's why I have like 140 funnel. And we're going to show you our Facebook ad library for seller, buyer, construction, and loan officer, which is mortgage broker. And we're going to have 32 proven, campaign. This is not a Facebook campaign. This is GHL campaign, just so you know, so there's no miscommunication here. It's not a Facebook campaign, it's GHL campaign. And we're gonna run you down one by one on the strategy, how to set up everything based on the ad library that we've given you, and what's the result we've been seeing through our own experience, all right, in our market. So the result here is pretty typical. You can't really say, oh, this guy get this result, I'd be expecting to get that result. So that result is just a benchmark. Don't actually take it for real. If you're running ad with a different market, different offer, different audience in the United States and Europe, you might get different result, different expectation. But this is our result. I just want to share with you just to set some benchmark around the block, right? So first of all, let's go to our account, right? So this is our funnel. Again, we have like a lot of funnel. Like really, I'm telling you guys, this snapshot, we've been working very hard putting everything together. So that's why it's so compact and it's so useful. Probably one of the best snapshot in GHL itself. Okay, so if you're watching this right now, you must be wondering, who is this for? This is for a marketer who actually in the real estate industry, who if you're looking to serve your client, get better result for your client, this is probably for you. And if you are a real estate agent who want to do your own ad, who want to set up your own automation, this is probably for you as well. We actually use the same snapshot, the same everything for our own partner, real estate agent partner, for them to get around. Okay, so if you are in the real estate industry general, whether you're an agent or a marketer who serves your agent, this is probably for you. And you must be asking, wondering how much does that cost, right? Short answer, it's free, right? It's free. If you're a marketer and you sign up under affiliate link to GHL, GoHighLevel, that is free for you. And if you're an agent and you partner up with us with our Done With You program or Done For You program, this is completely free for you as well, right? And So that's it. That should be answering your question. We want to be very, very transparent up front. Right, let's go through our housekeeping, see what we got. Again, 140 funnel, like everything you ever need is in here. Like we got affiliate commission, all of that stuff. We got bootcamp, seller guide camp, funnel. I actually get my VA to do this. I don't even know some of this myself. Got .com secret, click funnel. Just too much, guys. Everything is just compact, right? We got affiliate commission, webinar, live webinar, seminar, opt-in, all that stuff. Everything you ever need is in here, guys. We got the seller playbook, buyer playbook. Geez, everything related to real estate, we have it. Okay. But what I actually proud to show you guys is the ad library, right? Let's come to the second point here is an ad library. That is a game changer for everyone. And I'm going to show you what that's actually look like, okay? So what we have here is just a plain page, right? And we have, you know, the 365 organic calendar posting as well. But what I want to focus on is we have 4 buttons here: buyer, mortgage, seller, and construction. Like, let's say you want to run a campaign with seller, right? So what we have is we have a proven copy and paste Facebook ad template, so you can just go in here, copy, and you know, just set up your campaign. You make life a lot easier, right? 7 costly mistakes to avoid when selling, all that stuff. And you know, that's pretty much a handful itself, right? You can literally just go in here and, you know, get the template, change a few things, and, you know, launch, plug and play, right? Let me actually just go backward here. And if you come to buyer, it's the same thing, right? So I'm not sure why that one doesn't come through. But in the buyer, we have the same page here where you come in onto that. You know, pretty much just have to fix the button. You know, you come here, the same thing, right? List up home in the area, list up home starter, a variety of different campaigns that you can just copy and paste, and you can actually look at the screenshot, the sample, and you know what photo to put up there, right? It's normally a photo of a very beautiful home. But pretty much we do 80 or 90% of the heavy weight lifting for you, okay? So that's actually bring us back to the proven campaign, right? And I'm gonna actually show you real quick, and we're gonna run down through the strategy in a second, so everything will make sense at your end, okay? So what we want to do here is come to marketing and come to campaign. Everything is already pre-built for you. We have like 32 proven GHL campaign, right? That is not real. There is no other snapshot that is more compact than this, guy. No other snapshot that is more compact than this. And I even, you know, break it down, organize everything down to a neat folder for you, and name everything in detail, so there's no way you can get confused or you can get lost, okay? I'm just gonna move my video here. You know, we got seller campaign. I even put, you know, the free home valuation here, and then we got 3 campaign here. You know, everything is put into a very, very neatly folder, you know, so you can just actually plug and play. Really, the whole point here is just to save you time. If you look at the trigger, same thing. Everything into a neat folder, named properly, so you can just plug and play real time, right? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna run you down through the strategy. So I'm gonna give you the hammer and the tool, the hammer and the nail, and I'm gonna show you how to actually build the house with the hammer and the nail, okay? There's no point of having the tool and not knowing how to use the tool, okay? So look, let's run down to our strategy real quick. Look, I'm in this industry, and if you anywhere in the industry, you know that most people, they're struggling to get seller. Buyer is pretty much, you know, the easy one. Seller is what most people need, okay? But when speaking from a marketer perspective, what we want to do is to teach and educate our client, which is the real estate agent, to actually converting a buyer to a seller to a landlord. I'm going to explain that in full detail in a second so it makes sense, okay? So first of all, this strategy is focused mainly for seller. So I'm just actually here. I mean, because that's what the market wants. That's what I get a lot of requests from. That's what I get a lot of questions from. Is Vico, how can I get a seller for this market? Vico, how can I get a campaign that have you know, lower cost per lead CPL for seller? Vico, how can I get more seller for my client? That's the normal common question that I normally get, okay? So this strategy, there are 6 strategy that I'm going to show you is going to be focused on seller as well as buyer, right? So the first strategy is the ebook strategy. The ebook strategy is going to start with 7 tips on how to sell your house better, 7 tips on how to increase your home value before you sell it. Something along that line, right? 7 tips on how to increase your home value during COVID-19, during home isolation, right? Again, all of that, you know, ad example is in the ad library, right? It's in the ad library. The one I just showed you 1 minute ago, just go back and, you know, go to the funnel section. It's literally in there, okay? So the result, this is again, just want to make a disclaimer here. This is our result, right? Our result, our experience. So take that with a grain of salt. We're seeing H3 mean high volume and lower quality, and this is to attract seller, people who want to potentially sell their house in 3, 6, 12 months. Okay, so again, this is our result. From this strategy, we're seeing high volume, low quality. Okay, that's pretty simple. Ebook strategy, lead form, Facebook lead form ad. After they opt in the information, just give them a PDF file of what you promised them and put them into our campaign, which we already set up for you as well. Again, like I said, guys, 80 to 90% of the things have been set up for you. So if you come to marketing here, I even name it. What do we have here? There you go. Buyer playbook offer. Seller number 8. Seller campaign ebook offer. And if you go into detail, here is your seller secret playbook. Day 1, day 3. It's go up to 45 day, more than 45 day. Honestly, this is more than 45 day because each slot is an interval, right? So this is probably go for like 6 months, I guess, because when you see 45, 40, and 45 here, it means it's an interval. So if they send this email, right, and this is 45 day after this email. So the total email sequence is not 45 day. I think it's way more than this. Okay. Hopefully the strategy number 1 is making sense. We can move on to strategy number 2. Strategy number 2 is very direct, right? Direct. Hey postcode, hey area. Are we currently offering a free CMA, free market? Sorry, my brain fart at the moment. Free comparison market analysis. This is what the real term means for an appraisal, right? Free comparison market analysis for your home. See what your home value is. See what your home was. This is what from our experience, this is a lower volume and higher quality in terms of getting seller lead. Okay. Again, if you're coming back to our campaign here, everything is even named for you. So this is mean free appraisal, home valuation, home valuation campaign, email follow-up, text, all that stuff, pre-foreclosure campaign. Like everything is set up for you already. And if you want the ad on how to set up Facebook, again, go to funnel, ad library, done for you, right? Hopefully that is very straightforward. Direct appraisal campaign. Here is number 3. I think this is our best one so far, where we get the most result. It said, hey city name, we got a list of beautiful house. This is pretty much an example that I just write. So don't actually copy and paste this. This is not the real ad copy. This is just an example. So hey city name, we got a list of beautiful home with medium price range of like 50k, 300k. Get your own home right now. Click here for a full report. So what we get is high volume, high quality, and that's attract a buyer that can turn a seller. So this is what I want to get in depth and explain to you about. Like as a consultant, as a marketer, you should be advising and coaching your client to maximize the lifetime value of one customer. Okay, this campaign is gonna attract buyer. But what happened is people who normally want to buy a property, they in a need of selling that property as well, and selling their previous property to get cash to buy the new one. So obviously not every buyer gonna be end up selling, but some of the buyer will end up selling. So the agent, or your client will get a double transaction. That's what you actually want to educate your client about, to get that double transaction, to get one lead that turns to one customer, and that one customer end up buying and selling. Okay, so this is very, very powerful. The third campaign, which is hey city name, we got a list of beautiful home, and we get high volume and high quality as well. So in terms of in the GHL snapshot, we have number 2 here, property list. So we have like home buyer list nurture. So again, everything is set up for you already. So hopefully that makes sense. This is called a double conversion. This is what you can do as well to actually educate your client. Okay. So number 4, number 5 is just listed and just sold it. Very, very straightforward. The campaign back in here, you can just change a few wording and use one of this campaign and make it, customize it a bit and make it just list or just sold. But just so any of you that just probably a beginner in this industry or just starting in this industry, let me just spend a couple of minutes to explain this. Just listed mean, you said just listed 3-bedroom, 400 meter square in this area. So you just put a photo of just listed property. So what you get is you get a buyer, high volume and high quality as well. And you get a buyer that potentially turn to a seller, again like that one. Except for the difference here is that one you're promoting a list of property. This one you're just promoting one property that, in that area, in that postcode, right? One property in that area, and then you get a lot of buyer that potentially can turn to a seller, that potentially turn to a landlord, depending on what kind of property that is. If it have a positive cash flow, or have a tax deductible, anything that the number makes sense, you will get a landlord that want to rent that out, a property. So it turned into a property management sort of client. Okay, so hopefully this just listed makes sense, right? You're just promoting a beautiful photo of that one property, and you make it just listed, and you have the short detail of that property, and then when they click, ask a few questionnaire about them, and then that means just listed, getting buyer. Just sold, again, just the opposite of that one is getting seller, and that seller gonna turn to a buyer, because when someone sell their house, now they need to buy, right? Most seller turn to a buyer. That's just facts, right? Not all, but most seller turn to a buyer because no one want to sleep on the street. They need a house to live in, or because after they sell the house, they have a lot of cash right now. They can do something with it. Okay, so or it can turn to a landlord, right? Turn to a seller who sell a house, who sell one property and buy another property and want to rent out that property, so it can turn to a landlord. This is what you actually want to actually educate and teach your client about. If you can just get one customer and maximize the lifetime value of that customer, your value and your service gonna be very, very high. It's gonna be anonymous compared to other people. So just sold it, again, just promoted one property, just sold 3-bedroom in area or in postcode, 50K over vendor request, right? Over original vendor request. Okay, this is something that you want to put in along the line with the ad copy, and have a picture of the house, and have your face if you're an agent, or have your client face in there, stand next to the sold sign. Okay, and happy people, smiling, shaking hand. This is the sort of stuff that people want to see in the ad copy. So the strategy number 6 is the first home buyer, right? So that is probably the one where we get 50 cents to $2 per lead, because that is very, very high in terms of volume and high quality as well, depending on the question you sort of ask these people, right? So, hey city, stop paying rent right now. City government currently offering XX grant toward your first home, during your first home. So this is very, very country and area specific. Most in Australia, where we base, we have a lot of government incentive toward the first home buyer. So really, it's just a matter of them getting their finance ready. But we got a lot of people who actually, want to take that grant, and it's the really government-based incentive. So this is very location specific. Okay, I can't say that will work with you in your area that you're putting in. But do your own research, and the typical result we get from this is high volume and high quality, and we get first home buyer. Okay, first home buyer, a lot of them just need to sort out their finance. A lot of them just need their deposit ready. So even though you got a lot of volume, you have to structure your survey in the landing page or in the lead form to actually qualify people who don't have enough income or enough deposit to actually feel, to actually get into our funnel. But just to come into here, first home buyer campaign is in here. Like there is everything, like 90% of the stuff is set up for you already. And I will name everything into a folder, put everything into a folder and name everything properly. So hopefully this makes sense, and hopefully you guys get a clear idea of our real estate snapshot, and this is how we actually get our client result. This is how we actually get seller and buyer, by actually not focusing on just one aspect, which is getting one, we just have a campaign that get direct seller or campaign to get direct buyer. We normally, the best campaign is a campaign that get buyer that turn to a seller, or get a seller turn to a buyer and potentially turn to a landlord. So hopefully that makes sense. If you like this video, drop a like, comment, share, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and again, check in the description, see if you qualify for our snapshot. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one.